Hi, my name is Jameson Cherilus. I'm an actor and writer, and I'm also Haitian. Hey, chérie, ça passe. Vin danser, non? Woo! Yeah, Haiti!
36 for 36 is brought to you by The Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice. Subscribe today on YouTube.
So I'm the son of Haitian immigrants, and my father was in the army in Haiti, and my mother was just the beauty that captured his heart. So my dad was a little strict, raising my siblings and I, whereas my mom brought the humor and the life to the party. So they definitely made a great team, and they raised an awesome family. So Haiti is a Caribbean country located in the Western Hemisphere. It shares the island of Hispaniola with Dominican Republic. DR shares the eastern part of the island, and Haiti's on the western part. So we declared our independence from France on January 1st in 1804. The culture is beautiful, the people, the climate, and I hope one day to be able to retire there. The unfortunate aspect about Haiti is the political issues that's plagued the country for many years. I feel like the political issues has prevented Haiti from reaching its maximum potential, but that'll change soon. So my parents came to America. They arrived in Nyack, New York in the 80s, and a few years later I was born in Connecticut. Although I was born here in America, English is actually my second language. My older brother and I, while we were growing up in Nyack, we had this amazing woman. Her name was Vivian, and Vivian would come over 5 nights out of the week to teach us English. So I remember using Hooked on Phonics and just really wanting to master the English language. And so I'm very thankful for her.
Hooked on Phonics. Learn to read.
Growing up Haitian. There is nothing like growing up in a Haitian household. So I remember being in Nyack, and there was this big Haitian community, but we moved back to Connecticut, where I would then go through 2nd grade all the way through college. But I remember specifically growing up not having the latest Jordans, not necessarily rocking the latest name brands. And that kind of made me feel some type of way, because you want to stick out and fit in, but I didn't. I had some hot pinks on with some denim blue jeans. Oh man, I clearly stood out, and you could tell I was the son of Haitian parents. But something I remember about growing up Haitian is this concept of there being a 4-H club. So back in the 80s, specifically, I think in the years from 82 to 84, homosexuals, hemophiliacs, heroin addicts, and Haitians were all associated with carrying the virus HIV. And I just remember feeling a little insecure, because I take pride in being Haitian and I know a lot about the culture, and I just wanted to somehow change people's perceptions about who Haitians were, and more specifically, who I was and how I was raised. But somehow, I think the more I learned about my parents' history, the more I learned about the country, my self-confidence grew. So high school was the most transformative experience ever. High school put me on the path to where I am today, and it gave me the confidence. So for 4 years, I would wake up at 5:45 a.m. to catch a 6:15 bus to Trumbull High. I got selected for this special program called Agri-Science. So I studied plant science, chemistry, biotechnology, animal science, all the type of sciences that are out there. Chances are I probably studied. So in high school, I played football. I'm actually was recognized as a scholar athlete, and I'm in a Hall of Fame for football. I was a top wrestler in the state of Connecticut. I was vice president of the class my senior year, and then I also won prom king. These are big deals because it allowed me it gave me like a sense of belief. I can do and I can achieve whatever I want. And the icing on the cake was my high school principal, Dr. Tremaglio, gave me permission to give my high school graduation speech. And that day I will never forget. It was like 500 people behind me and I think 500 in front of me. And I was just talking about how when you give inner city kids an opportunity, when you give them access to quality education, they can achieve and outperform, you know, other people. And I was given a shot and I just ran with it.
4 years ago, I made a life-altering decision to seek a learning institution where I would be challenged in ways unimaginable. I decided to risk failure because I knew there was no other option but to succeed and strive for excellence. And I'm happy to report that standing here before you all today, not only have I accomplished my goals, but I also have fulfilled my parents' dreams. Coming to Trumbull High School has allowed me to become a better athlete.
Then after high school, after leaving Trumbull High, I went to Quinnipiac University, a small private university in Connecticut, and that's where I really became like the rock star I think I am some days. I was elected class president 4 years in a row, and I served 3 years. Out of the 4 years I was elected, I was an RA, and I joined a fraternity. I'm a teak, and I think in college I just really discovered what it means to live. I was a political science major and I was focused on studying politics, and I wanted to know why the world worked the way, why the world works the way in which it does, right? And I think college I had a lot of fun in college. I think I let loose and I just really bloomed. So after graduating Quinnipiac, I found myself back in my parents' basement. The job market was extremely brutal and not kind to me. And I just remember thinking, okay, what's next? Everyone was expecting me to go to law school, but I didn't want to go to law school. I wanted to be an actor. I remember growing up, my father and my mother and I, over the weekend, we would watch this amazing Haitian actor. If you're Haitian and you're from Haiti, you know his name. He's Cherilus. And he was this amazing comedic actor who was always performing stage plays. And I just remember thinking, wow, I want to be that guy. And I remember hearing Wyclef on the radio, like, someone please, oh God, please play. No, I can't sing, I'm not Wyclef. But I just remember thinking, I want to be like Wyclef. I want to perform, I want to entertain. So I moved out to LA because of this wonderful woman named Maura Boxbaum, and I'm out here following my dreams. And I'm following my dreams because my mother worked at this nursing home, and it took her almost 17 years to get a full-time job there. And I'm just thinking, I'm gonna make it. And when I do, I'm gonna be able to retire my parents. Every time I get tired and I feel like giving up, I think about how hard my parents had it. So I'm pushing forward and following my acting dreams out here. My parents are my best friends. I speak to my mom and my father almost every day. I am the only one in the family that lives here in LA. I'm 3,000 miles away, so I have to speak to my mom every day. And I just remember growing up, my mother talking about in this concept that we called better life. Who has access to a better life? How do we obtain a better life? And I believe it's because of those conversations, it's the reason why I started Crazy Faith Productions. Crazy Faith, the whole goal and purpose is to produce original content. It's to tell Hollywood, I'm not waiting on you to recognize my talent. I'm a go-getter and I'm gonna make it. So whenever I say Crazy Faith, I'm thinking of my mom and my dad. And those conversations that we have every day motivate me to go get what I know is mine. I made my debut on the Late Night Experiment series finale, episode 5, called Self-Deprecation with Motown Maurice. It was a blast. I played one of the roasters and I just loved and really kind of secretly enjoyed being able to tell funny jokes and take jabs at this awesome guy. Motown has a heart of gold. And I just remember being there with other actors who were just talented and we were just laughing. It was a great time. Motown Maurice. Has anyone ever told you that you look like the love child of Arsenio Hall and Will Smith? My fellow Americans, I'm encouraging you, I'm urging you to check out the Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice. If you're Haitian, you're gonna love Motown. And even if you're not Haitian, you still have to check it out because this guy is awesome. What he's doing is awesome. I like the Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice is the next big thing. And you should be checking it out.
In the history of late night television, no human interest story compares to the life narrative of Motown Maurice. Subscribe and experience the journey.